Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming up next. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange Sporting Soccer Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine show. Good Sports is presented by Kansas City Chiropractic. Dr. Lynn McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic offer the care that can relieve pain and stress and improve overall health. For an appointment, call them at 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. And by the Surplus Exchange. Take a tax donation credit plus help KC students when you recycle your electronics and office furniture at the Surplus Exchange. For more information, visit surplusexchange.org or call 816-472-0444. Good Sports was recorded live on Wednesday, August 6th. Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. I am Steve Fish. I'm the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. Today we're here at the Kansas City Ice Center located on Johnson Drive, 2 miles west of 435, where you can inline skate on their outdoor pavilion or ice skate on their indoor ice rink. You can call 913-441-3033 or visit their website, kcicenter.com, for more details on public skate sessions, registration for fall and winter leagues, and learn to skate and learn to play hockey programs. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that our current issue of KC Sports and Fitness is available free at over 700 locations in Kansas City. And with this month's issue, Kansas City Sports and Fitness continues to celebrate our 17th straight year covering sports in KC. Now, in our current issue of Kansas City Sports, we break down the Chiefs' offense and defense in the Chiefs Report, which is presented by the American Indian Center of the Great Plains. We look back and discuss the impact of the team and what the impact that they've had on NFL football in general. In our hockey report, presented by the Kansas City Ice Center, we write about the upcoming hockey season and registration, which is going on right now. And in our college sports report, presented by the Surplus Exchange, we preview the upcoming seasons for KU, MU, and K-State. Now, you can visit our website, kcsportspaper.com, to find a link to a list of locations where you can find Kansas City sports, and you can actually check out a PDF of the entire issue online as well. Now, like I mentioned, we're here at the Kansas City Ice Center. There's something special that's going on today. It is Battle Camp. We've been talking about this on previous shows in the past, and we are joined today by Shjon Podein. He won the 2001 Stanley Cup with the Colorado Avalanche, and he was the NHL's 2001 King Clancy Memorial Trophy Award winner for his leadership on and off the ice. He played left wing for 11 seasons and wore the jerseys of the Edmonton Oilers, the Philadelphia Flyers, Colorado Avalanche, and my favorite, the St. Louis Blues. This is his third year coming here to the KCIC Center to help conduct Battle Camp, and I guess you could kind of call it a hat trick. Welcome, Shjon. Thanks for joining us. We're also joined by Dean Nelson. He is the general manager here at the KCIC Center, and he's in charge of the hockey programs here at KCIC and also involved in many ways with the Kansas City Stars youth organization that calls the KC Ice Center home. Welcome, Dean.
Hey,
thank you
thanks
so
for having
much.
us. We appreciate it, Steve. Thank you.
So, Shjon, you and Dean are friends going way back to the level of the kids that are out there on the ice right now. When did you guys started playing hockey together and things like that? What does it go back to?
I mean, I think one of my earliest memories, Dino, is when we went to Thunder Bay in the Winnebago with Big Chair for 2 weeks. we had a Winnebago up in Thunder Bay for 2 weeks. I remember back then, and but I mean, memories of Dino go back to before I can remember. Actually, we just grew up together. We lived down the street from each other for years. We just always loved playing hockey.
Absolutely. So what are you guys working on today, Dean? This is the culmination of numerous camps that you've had. Yeah. Give us kind of a quick rundown of the camps that you had and what they're working on today.
Yeah, it's really neat. This is our 5th week of camp since we came back for the summer, and we did all things like power skating and shooting, and we did a skills clinic for little kids. And so, you know, about 3 years ago when I had an idea for a battle camp, it was really about having competition, just all competition, and also doing 1-on-1s, 2-on-2s, 3-on-3s, different games for kids, because in my teaching, I found out that if they're having fun and they're learning more, they're not even realizing what they're getting into. You know, they just love the game. So I thought about bringing Shjon down He was gracious enough to say that he would do it the first year. I didn't know if he'd be back again year 2 and year 3 because, you know, I mean, it's a big commitment for somebody to do that, you know, to come all the way down here and away from their family. And Shjon has been nothing but awesome for not only me and my support here at the Kansas City Ice Center, but the entire Kansas City Stars program by coming down here and helping these young kids in this 3rd annual battle camp.
So things like this, Shjon, you've played obviously at the absolute highest level and taken it all the way to the end where you were able to raise the cup. Things like this that are taught here, do they relate to the same kind of game that you played at the level that you played? Completely.
And Dino and I, we were talking about this, you know, out there in today's game and in sports, is there's a lot of parents that are there and they're watching and they want to be these kids that 7 years old to learn how to break out the puck or, you know, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And this camp right here is so important because this is just free play. And believe it or not, this is based on a Brazilian model of futsal or soccer that they use in Brazil.
Really?
Letting the game itself teach the kids. Because you see the kids when they're out there playing, they're learning when they have to protect the puck. They're learning when someone's open. They learn if they don't move it quick enough, they lose it. All these things now, the game is teaching them how to play the actual game itself. And it's so fun to come down here because there's not enough of these out there today.
Sure. Yeah, and the kids are really excited. Dean, you've done a great job.
Thank you.
The kids were noisy as I was setting up and excited and asking me all sorts of questions and wanted to be on TV and things like that. And the kids were real excited out there on the ice when you guys were going through the warm-up. It was terrific to see something like that.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I tell you, in our first year, we were talking about this, me and Shjon, the other night, and we probably had, you know, somewhere around 25 kids in each group. So we probably had 50 kids, and they weren't really accustomed to the style of the camp we were going to run. And last year, I think we had around 70 maybe, and this year we probably have 90. But the funny thing is about the 90 that we have is we sold out within 2 weeks of posting the camp, 2 or 3 weeks, like a hot concert in town would sell out, you know. And I had calls, and you know what, I really could legitimately have a couple of these because not only is it the funnest for the kids, but we believe they get the most out of this camp because of just the diversity and the different drills and the different battles that they're going through. It's all game situations, and really games are just a continuous battle. It's one-on-one, two-on-twos, and it's legitimately whoever wins those battles usually comes out on top. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're teaching here with these kids is not only good, hard battles, is just kind of a smaller way to play the game, simpler. So it's been awesome.
And there are a bunch of kids that came up to me and said, oh, yeah, you were here last year.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's terrific that they've come back, that they had such a great time, and they're here. Shjon, let me ask you a couple of questions. I was watching missing hockey a lot this summer and was watching some NHL Network, and they had some games on from the 70s and 80s, and I got to tell you, the game looked slow compared. I know it's not. I know these guys are fast and strong and all that, but the game looks so slow compared to what it is right now. Is that the case, or is it just the technology and how we're, you know, is it just what's in my mind?
That is exactly the case. These young athletes today, they're just machines. I mean, it's hockey 11 to 11 and a half months a year. It's year-round training. It's cutting-edge technology. I mean, it's everything. Just take a look at the sticks that were used in the 70s compared to these, $250 one pieces that snap the puck ferociously out the blade. It's just night and day. The training, the time and effort put into the game itself, and just right now there's so many good hockey players out there around the world that you have to be the best of the best to get to that level now in 2014, and they're just incredible athletes.
I mean, even in your era, the game it just looked different. It just looked so different, and I've watched that special goal that I've shown it on my show where you're laying on the ice and you bat it in and say, oh my, every time I've watched it, I say, oh my gosh, that's just amazing what it is you did. But and again, I don't know if it's the technology, the HD, and all that stuff. But let me ask you this: there, with the game going that physical, there are more, concerns and things like that for the kids and for the adults that are playing the game. Is there anything that needs to be done to hockey to make it better and safer? And they took out the red line. They took off, they removed the icing, which I think, is one of those things. I think it's good. But what other things do you recommend?
I think they're on the right path right now. They're paying special attention to, especially right now, concussions.
Yeah,
shots to the head. I mean, you don't want to see some kid just because he's taking a run at a guy, hit someone in the head and knock him out of the game itself for the year or however long, and then nobody even knows the effects that's going to have long term,
right,
especially as they get older. The more simulations they're having between head injuries and Alzheimer's and traumas as you get older, memory, all those things, they're starting to come more to fruition now. So I think they're on the right path. I think the main thing is getting the ugliness out of the game.
Right.
The more and harder you penalize people for trying to take advantage of the rules or take advantage of other players, that's the first and foremost thing they're trying to do, and I think they're doing a good job.
Do they need to take out the checking in the corners and things like that, or they just have to teach the guys to go at it a different way?
I think they need to teach them how to take the checks, not turn your back and expose yourself. I think they also got to take away any from behind hits and just more. And they've been doing a great job of it, and it doesn't happen overnight. But controlling your body, controlling your stick to not put yourself in a position to get hurt, and not putting yourself in a position to hurt someone else.
Right, right. So let's ask a lighter question here. You played in all those cities, and you also played in Europe. Which was the city that had the best fans where you played, and which was the city that had the worst fans where you played?
That's a great question. I mean, actually, one of the best places I played was over in southern Sweden.
Really?
The place only held about 1,000 people, but they were maniacs. They're crazy. Philadelphia fans are crazy. They're awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much gray area with a Philadelphia fan. You know right where you sit with them. And, I was just blessed to play in some great, like St. Louis was awesome. I absolutely loved playing there. Colorado, Edmonton. The hockey fans, I like that you asked that question because it's hard to pick out one certain area because hockey fans are special. Hockey's a game you got to be at.
Yeah.
I mean, I can watch football at home just as much as I want to go to a game. But hockey, we watch it at home, it's different. When you're at the game, it's easy to get caught up into it because the ice is only so big, the building's only so big, and the louder you get, the more energy it brings. So I've just been lucky enough to have a lot of people that I got to play in front of a lot of different people in different places. And
you guys, when you play, do you hear that? Do you feel that? Does it get into your body and all that, or are you focused on the game?
I've been asked that before, and I remember one time we were in Game 7 up in Vancouver, and all of a sudden, during the national anthem, all of a sudden, everyone started singing the Canadian national anthem. It was just like that really cool moment. I remember looking around thinking, this is really cool. Uh-huh. That was the one time I would hear the fans is during the national anthem, but during the game, not much.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a quick break. I got to switch it over to me here. There we go. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City sports and fitness show, coming to you from the KCI Center, which is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. I'm Steve Fish. We'll be right back.
These days, we're all so busy, and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And right now, get a free deep tissue laser treatment with your initial visit. Just mention KC Sports when you make an appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
Come out to the Kansas City Ice Center for a public skating session on their outdoor inline pavilion or their indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes, hockey leagues, and figure skating lessons at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KCI Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times or to register for the upcoming hockey season, visit kcicenter.com or call 913-441-3033. Experience a touch of the Ozarks at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence and play 18 holes with cart anytime Monday through Friday in August for just $30. Mention KC Sports when you check in. Visit winterstonegolf.com or call 816-257-5755. The Army Reserve has more than 120 unique career opportunities, so you can add to your current strengths or build brand new ones. Join the Army Reserve and you'll make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Learn more at goarmy.com/reserve. For more information, contact the Greater Kansas City Company at 3720 Arrowhead Drive, Suite B. Telephone number 816-531-3818. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong, paid for by the U.S. Army. Get a free security system for your home from Protect America that includes 24/7 monitoring and no installation or equipment fees. For dependable security for your home, call Protect America today at 855-807-2109. That's 855-807-2109. Who will be crowned as the best scramble team in the area? Sign up now for the three-person City of Belton Championship Saturday, September 27th at Eagles Landing Golf Course. For more details, visit eagleslandinggolfcourse.com or call 816-318-0004. Kansas City Sports and Fitness welcomes the American Indian Center of the Great Plains as our new sponsor of the Chiefs Report. The American Indian Center of the Great Plains is located inside the Loretto at 1111 West 39th Street in Kansas City, Missouri. For more information on the American Indian Center of the Great Plains or to book the Loretto for an event, call 816-888-4877. That's 816-888-4877.
Welcome back to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements KC Sports and Fitness Magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're here at Battle Camp at the Kansas City Ice Center, located on Johnson Drive, 2 miles west of 435, where you can inline skate on their outdoor pavilion or ice skate on their indoor ice rink. You can call 913-441-3033 or visit their website, kcicenter.com, for more details on public skate sessions, registration for fall and winter leagues, and learn to skate and learn to play hockey programs. Now, in our current issue of KC Sports and Fitness, check out our U.S. Army high school top performers. In our health and fitness report presented by Cargo Largo, we discuss sports specialization in youth athletes, plus the importance of hydration on hot days like we're having in August. And in our youth soccer report presented by Protect America, we tell you about the Northeast United Soccer Club, which is one of the oldest soccer clubs in the Midwest. Now, you can pick up your copy of KC Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations, including Eagles Landing Golf Course, both Minsky's on Berry Road, and right here at the Kansas City Ice Center. And coming up on Wednesday evening, August 13th, we'll be out at Mafia Pizzeria, Southside, for the Classic Car Show. And Mafia Pizzeria has an all-you-can-eat buffet for lunch or dinner for $7.49, and it's located at 127th and Metcalf. On Saturday, August 16th, we'll be at the Niles Home for Children to discuss their upcoming Niles 5K on September 6th. For more information on this event, visit nileshomekc.org. And on Saturday, August 23rd, we'll be at Eagles Landing Golf Course at 4200 Bong in Belton to talk about their upcoming three-person scramble, which is coming up on September 27th. For more information on this event, visit eagleslandinggolfcourse.com. Now, if you have a business and you're interested in having us come out to do a show at your business location, call Good Sports at 913-764-2050. And now you can view Good Sports on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. Now, we are here at the Kansas City Ice Center. We're talking with Dean Nelson, who is the general manager here at the KCI Center, and Stanley Cup winner Shjon Podein. And Dean, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up here at the Ice Center.
Sure.
You're working on leagues and things like that.
We work directly with the Kansas City Stars youth program here, and if you're interested in playing youth hockey or signing up for a league, you can go right onto their website at kcstarshockey.com. We have tryouts in a couple weeks, so when this airs, we'll be into our tryouts and right back into hockey season. So it's unbelievable that all of a sudden it seems like one ended. We had 5 weeks of camp. Now all of a sudden we're getting into another hockey season. So how much fun can we have? It's just a great time for us.
Well, there's a bunch of kids behind us that are having a good time mugging at the camera. Shjon, I mentioned a couple of things that I'm going to be out covering, a golf tournament and something for kids, a charity event for kids. You have your own 501c3 or whatever it is, a foundation, and you do a lot of good work for kids. Can you fill us in on the name of the organization and what it is that you do?
Yeah, we've actually been around for 17 years now. It's the Shjon Podein Children's Foundation, and with the help of some great people, loyal people back in Rochester, Minnesota, and in Minnesota, we've been able to raise money for a rare disease called ataxia telangiectasia, which is a debilitating disease where kids show signs of losing their motor skills at 2 to 3, usually in a wheelchair by 9 or 10, and the life expectancy is early 20s, late teens, early 20s. And we donate money to the ataxia telangiectasia research department, and we also, the other half of the money we give out stays right in southeastern Minnesota to help out many other children's underprivileged, underfunded foundations, or there's people in need or kids in need or need help, and that's something we've been doing for a long time, and I think we raised close to about $2 million, I believe, over the 17 years. So, yeah, we're very blessed to be able to be part of something like that, and thank goodness for the good people on our board and that donate their time and energies and monies to help it keep going.
Well, give us information on your website, and you've got a Facebook and a Twitter and all that. I've got some of that information too, if that helps. But give us information on how people can find out more about the things that you do.
The main thing to do is go to the website at team25.com. It's TEAM25.com, and that'll give you all the information on the families we help, the children we're trying to help, and all the other different children's organizations we donate to, and what our mission statement is.
And you've got a Facebook presence with Team 25, and it's 25 is the number. And then your Twitter presence is Team 25 Kids. So people can also find out information and follow along with the things that you guys are doing there. And, yeah, you've done some wonderful things. I know Dean was at your golf tournament. Was it a couple of weeks ago, Dean?
Yeah, very enjoyable. We go up every year in my family, and, now that I'm down here, we try to support the organization, because the families need so much help, and it really is a great, great cause. And anything that Shjon does, that's one of the reasons he comes down here and helps me with Battle Camp. It goes beyond that. I mean, I know that we talk about the Stanley Cup winning, and we talk about where he's played and stuff, but, really throwing that all aside, friendships in hockey, are for a lifetime. And me and Shjon, he's a true good person, and that means a lot to me to bring him down here to work with these kids, because if he wasn't, I don't think that we'd be doing what we're doing right now. And I've always supported his organizations, because the kids need the help, but as well as I support Shjon because not only has he done all those things, he's just a great guy. And he's showing these kids down here. It's kind of neat because the kids down here are feeding off him pretty heavy right now. So they feel that warmth and they feel that love. And the kids that are coming into our hockey program are getting all that from him. So I couldn't be a luckier guy right now.
That is absolutely awesome. And, I'm so glad that you put this together, Dean and Shjon, that you were able to participate in this for so many years. It's just a terrific thing to be able to bring that's not only the skill and the knowledge and all that stuff, but the heart to the kids here in Kansas City and them to learn more about hockey and the extra things that come with hockey as well. So let me ask you this. I'm going to go back to some of those standard questions here. When you won the Cup, your goalie, Patrick Waugh, he's now the coach of the Avalanche, and Joe Sakic is, I think, the general manager, and I think Adam Foote is an assistant coach and all that stuff. So these guys that played at this highest level are coaching at this highest level. I know you've coached as well. Did that ever cross your mind? Was that just, different people are different. What's your take on that? Are you coaching now?
Right now I'm coaching my 11-year-old girl and my 7-year-old boy. But, that's a thing a lot of, I think, ex-pro athletes go through is when I retired, you get some job opportunities offered to you, and it's a matter of, do you want to chase that and make that your living and move the family and keep on that path, or do you want to maybe take a different, more stable path and be around the homestead, be in Minnesota where I wanted to be, and kind of concentrate on the family while the kids are growing up. And not to say you can't do both, but for me the path was just to make family first, settle down back home, not move around every month to month or year to year, whatever it might be. And but it's something, of course, I have a lot of passion about coaching, and I love doing things at the highest level. It crosses my mind every once in a while, but not until my kids get a little bit older. We'll be settled down in Minnesota for a while.
Well, that's and what you just said seems to fit everything that Dean was just talking about you as well. Just the importance of family and the importance of giving back and all that kind of stuff. That just makes perfectly logical sense for all of that. Now, one of the things that you did, you set a standard when you won the Cup that I guess other people are doing, and of course I've asked you about this a couple of years back. You wore that uniform, including the skates, and partied in it for like a super long time, and I guess that's something that they do. Fill us in on that.
Well, it was just one of those things that all of a sudden, after we were lucky enough to win Game 7, we're all sitting in the locker room enjoying the moment. All of a sudden, everyone else had showered and was dressed and going over to the chop house to have a bite to eat and enjoy the moment. And all of a sudden, one of the wives dared me to wear my stuff over to the chop house, and like a 12-year-old, tell me to go lick the pole in December. I probably would do it still. And so I wore it over there, and then Barry Melrose was there, and some guy said, "Barry, check out Pose. Look what he's doing." He's like, "That's nothing." I had a kid in Adirondack wear his stuff for 24 hours after we won the NHL championship. So, it's like a triple dog dare. You got to do it. And 25 hours later, I'm rinsing off in the creek up in Morrison, Colorado, and it was just not a pleasant smelling area.
Well, I mentioned when you guys sat down and took off your skates, it's not a pleasant smelling area right here. But having played hockey myself and had a basement full of hockey stuff and a van full of it years ago, I certainly understand that. So, and I guess what I remember you telling me last time is when you took those skates off, your feet went.
They were swollen like 2.5 times the size they usually were. It was like having 2 meatballs on the end of my leg.
Certainly a memorable thing. So let me ask you this. I mean, I mentioned that one goal that certainly is a memorable one for me because I found that on the air. What is your most memorable goal that you can, or are there a couple of them?
That's a great question. There weren't a ton of them, so.
I was going to say, was there more than that one?
Exactly. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, that's a great question. I'm blessed to be able to be there and enjoy some great moments. But honest to goodness, more times when people ask me stuff like that, it was the friendships I made along the way.
Yeah.
The people I still in touch with, the families we still talk to. I mean, I can talk to a guy I played with in Colorado 10 years ago, and it's like we just were together, last week. And that was a special part of being able to play in a lot of different places, at a lot of different levels, the people you meet, the experiences you get, and yeah, so it was pretty special in all those ways.
Do you miss it at all? I mean, you've got kids involved in hockey, et cetera, but do you miss it at all?
I really miss the paychecks.
Yeah, we all would miss something like that for sure. Yeah. So.
I people ask me that a lot also, and I always say I was the luckiest guy to play to a point where I was just done playing. When I was done, I was tired of playing hockey. I wanted to break, and so I really don't miss much about it at all because I'm really enjoying my family and being in one place, like I said, and being back in Minnesota. So, yeah, I was lucky enough to play to a point where I was ready to be done.
Well, speaking of done, you time. I mean, you're just the perfect pair here. We are done with the show. That'll do it for our show. My thanks to our host for the show, Dean Nelson, General Manager of the KCI Center, and, of course, Stanley Cup winner Shjon Podein. Thank you so much for spending time with us on the air today. Join me, Steve Fish, again next week for Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, and check out some of our other shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in KC Sports and Fitness magazine. You'll find it all over Kansas City, and it's free, so pick it up today.
Sign up now for the Niles 5K Run Walk on Saturday, September 6th. Proceeds from this fundraiser benefit Niles Home for Children. Since 1883, the Niles Home has helped rebuild lives and renew hope for children and families in our city. For questions or sponsorship information, email nileshomekc@nileshomekc.org or to register, visit nileshomekc.org. That's nileshomekc.org. You have pain in your feet, your ankles or knees, hips or back, shoulders or neck? Be pain-free with custom-made and 100% guaranteed orthotics from Dr. Don Charnowski, the only performance and gait specialist in OP. Call Dr. Don today at 806-346-6330. Get 10% off UPS shipping at the 2 South KC UPS stores with your coupon in KC Sports and Fitness. Bring your next shipment to 103rd between Warnell and State Line or 121st and State Line in Leawood and save 10% on UPS shipping with your coupon in KC Sports. Sign up now for fun at Volleyball Beach. It's the perfect way to stay in shape and enjoy the outdoors. With leagues every Sunday through Friday evening, Volleyball Beach has been KC's #1 sand volleyball spot for over 25 years. Fall leagues begin August 17th, so sign up now. Call 816-942-2820 or visit volleyballbeach.com. Discover, shop, and win at Cargo Largo. Stop by at 35th and Nolan Road in Independence and go online at cargolargo.com. Cargo Largo, a retail store, and so much more. Maximize your performance on and off the golf course through the Golf Matrix program, which is available at the Core Strategies Physical Therapy and Movement Center in Overland Park. The team at Core specializes in rehab and performance training for all ages and activity levels. To learn more about Core's sports-specific programs, including the Golf Matrix, visit coreptkc.com or call 913-322-4000. That's 913-322-4000. Host your foot golf party at the Heart of America Golf Academy. No matter what the occasion, HOA has great packages including foot golf, drinks, and food. For more information, call 816-513-8940 or visit HOAGolfacademy.com. Sign up now with Hoop Service Basketball and save. Get 1 month free league play for boys and girls grades 3 through 7, or save $40 on basketball boot camp for grades 8 through 12. Hoop Service is led by former KU basketball star Calvin Pony Thompson. To sign up, call 816-536-HOOP. That's 816-536-HOOP. Or email hoopservice@aol.com.
Hi, it's Greg Pryor. One of my favorite products in Life Priority is called Lift. See Lift at my website, lifepriority.com.
Now you can view our shows and past shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel